Today's video is going to be my August wrap-up and haul. I'm combining them because I really didn't read all that much in August, so hopefully combining them the video won't be too long. I did haul a lot of stuff. I got a lot of books in August because it's the month after my birthday month, so when I get stuff like gift cards and stuff for my birthday, it kind of just blends right into August there. What book buying ban, right? I'm going to start off with my wrap up and just go over all the books that I read in the month of August. There is only 4, unfortunately, but they are kind of bigger novels, so I feel like even though, yeah, I only read 4, I did read a lot of pages. The first book I read in the month of August is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I absolutely adore this series. I don't know why it took me so long to pick up the first one. I flew through the first one and then finally got my hands on A Court of Mist and Fury, and it took me a little while to read this one. It is like 699 pages, but it was so good. The next book that I read in the month of August was Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. That was a buddy read that I did with Erin over at The Book Brood. I am planning to do a full video review about this book, so I don't want to talk too much about it since I am going to do a review. The next book that I read in the month of August was Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. That is the second book in the Illuminae Files series, and while I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one, it was still really good. The format obviously is just amazing. Reading it is super fun. Also, listening to the audiobook is super fun. Either way you read this book, you're gonna enjoy it. And the last book that I read in the month of August was A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is just finishing off the books that are currently out right now, and oh my gosh, my heart was pounded. Like, seriously, last 20 pages my heart was pounded in this book. I know a lot of people, there are some mixed reviews about this book. For some people it was kind of underwhelming for the hype that it got, and for some people they just absolutely loved it. I'm one of those that absolutely loved it. Can't wait for the next book. I think it's 2018. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna double check. 2018. And I can't wait. Now I'm going to kind of go into my August haul. This isn't in any kind of particular order because at this point when I'm buying books, I'm just putting them in a pile to actually save for my wrap up so I remember everything that I got and so I don't miss anything. And it kind of just gets piled on. So like I said, it's not in any particular order. I'll just start off with what's in front of me. The first book that I'm going to talk about is Seeing Red by Sandra Brown. I really loved Sandra Brown. She's kind of an insta author for me. Anything she writes, I'm gonna go out and buy. I literally have every single one of her books, and I think it's close to like 80 books or something that she has in print. In the 80s, she wrote kind of contemporary romance, and now she's focusing more on suspense romance, and I love her writing style. She's really one of the authors that I can read that I won't guess what's gonna happen, you know, at the beginning or midway through the book. So I really enjoy reading her. The next book I got was actually given to me. It's The Spirit Glass Charade by Colleen Gleason. My friend got this for me in my In Real Life book club because she just thought it was interesting, and we really have the same taste in books. And the series that this is a part of, it's called a Stoker and Holmes novel, like Bram Stoker and Sherlock Holmes. So it's like a retelling. I think it's steampunk-esque too, so that's really fun. And wouldn't you believe it, this is the second book in the series, so now I have to hunt down the first before I can read this one, but it sounds really interesting. Next book I have here is How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mather. I found out about this book from Danny over at The Insatiable Bookie. She read it and she really enjoyed it. It sounds really cool. This book is about a girl named Samantha Mather, and she is a direct descendant of Cotton Mather. That name might sound familiar because Cotton Mather was one of the ones responsible for the Salem witch trials. So that obviously kind of struck a chord with me because that's super interesting. The next 2 books I got are Escaping Reality and Infinite Possibilities. These are the first 2 books in The Secret Life of Amy Benson. Don't really know what they're about, but I have read books from Lisa Renee Jones before, and I really enjoyed them, and they were the first 2 in the series, so. Next book in my pile here is The Last of the Breed by Louis L'Amour. This is the one and only book that I have read by Louis L'Amour. It was actually recommended to me by a customer at my work, and I really enjoyed it. It was very fast-paced and very interesting. When you think Louis L'Amour, you think like westerns and, you know, things like that. And this is actually set during the Cold War in the Yukon Territory. Next book I have is Misery by Stephen King. If you've watched some of my hauls before, I am slowly but surely trying to get all the books by Stephen King in my collection. Next book I have here is The Dark Highlander by Karen Marie Moning. I'm trying to collect this entire series so I can start reading it. I believe I've read the first book in the series, but I haven't read anything else. And it's a historical romance. It also has some kind of fantasy, paranormal aspects to it as well, like time travel and things like that. The next 2 books that I have here are from the Jane Jameson series by Molly Harper, and that is Nice Girls Don't Have Fangs and Nice Girls Don't Bite Their Neighbors. It's kind of a funny vampire contemporary series. I've heard that these are good for if you like to laugh. The next 2 books I have are from the Ansel Grey Guardian series, and that is Holy Smokes and You Slay Me by Katie McAllister. I haven't read anything by Katie McAllister, but I do have a few books of hers in my collection that I have been meaning to get to. Next book I have here is Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. I just saw this and I thought the cover was really cool. It has a mermaid on the front. Don't really know what it's about besides the cover. Next 2 books I have here are from Maya Banks, and that is No Place to Run. This is from her KGI series. This is a book I've already read before. I knew I bought this book sometime, but I don't know what I did with it, or if I gave it to somebody to read and they just never gave it back, but it's missing. So I think I saw this at Goodreads for like $1, so I was like, I just might as well replace it. Highlander Most Wanted. She writes a couple of different Highlander-esque stories, and they're really good. Next 3 books I have are from Bella Andre, Wild Heat, which is the first book in the Hot Shots series. It's about the hot shots that fight the fires, and the next ones are from the San Francisco Sullivan series, and that is I Only Have Eyes for You. And from this moment on, I believe these are in the middle of the series. So the next 2 books I have are from J.C. Burton, and that is Hope Flames and Hope Ignites. I was actually looking for a different series from her, but then I saw these and I saw that these were the first 2 in this series, so I got them because I have a problem. Next book I got is Hunting Daylight by Piper Maitland. I think that's how you say the last name. This is actually the second book in this series. I think the first book is called Acquainted with the Night. I really just got it because if you look on the front, there is a quote by Diana Gabaldon on there, and I really love her. I love the Outlander series. And then when I read it, I just kind of laughed, and it says, and I'm quoting here, "Vampires and nonstop sex." Enough said. Next book I got is The Zookeeper's Wife by Diane Ackerman. I did see this movie. I really enjoyed it. I cried a bunch of times, so of course I want to read the book. Next book I got is Antony and Cleopatra by Colleen. I'm not even going to attempt to say that last name, but I saw it and it looked really cool. I mean, it's kind of like shiny. I don't know if you can see that. And I mean, the back is pretty cool too. And, I mean, Jesus, this is huge, but I love Antony and Cleopatra. Really great. I ship it, so of course I'm gonna read all about it. Probably kill somebody with that book. Next book I got is Beauty and the Beast, Lost in a Book. And this is an enchanting original story by Jennifer Donnelly. I didn't know those were by the same authors as the other book over here. This book. Same author. I first saw this book on Facebook. I like retellings. This cover is gorgeous. And that was really all she wrote. The next book I got is Because You Love to Hate Me by various authors in collaboration with 13 booktubers. It is self-explanatory why I got this book. I need to support the booktube community. Next book I got is from Lindsay Sands, and that is The Highlander Takes a Bride. She also writes a number of Highlander historical series, and I love really everything that Lindsay Sands writes, so of course I was gonna buy it. I think actually, of course this is the third in the series. Next book I got is The Counterfeit Mistress by Madeline Hunter. I think I've only read one thing by her, but it looks like a kind of short, quick read. It's a historical romance that I love that genre. Next book I got is Secrets of Seduction by Nicole Jordan. This is another continuation of a series. I think I've only read the first book. It was really good. Next book I got is because it was recommended to me by my in real life book club friend, and my co-host is with the co-most is Jen, and that is The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. I have read the Talon series by her and I really enjoyed it, and so this cover looks fantastic. I've read the little blurb in the back and it seems very interesting. Is what if having a chance to save humanity meant becoming what you hate and fear most? Next book I have here is Return to the Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz. I read the first one. It was a cute little retelling of, you know, some fairy tales, and I think I ended up giving it like 3.5 out of 5 stars. I did watch the Disney Channel original movie, Descendants, based on the first book. It was super adorable. No shame. So I want to continue with the series. Next book I got is Treasures by Nora Roberts. This is actually a 2-book compilation of Secret Star and Treasures Lost, Treasures Found. I believe the Secret Star is the third in a series, and I didn't know that when I picked it up because honestly I probably wouldn't have bought it if I knew that. I do like Nora Roberts. I do want to eventually have all of her books, so I guess it wasn't a total waste. Next book I got is The Indwelling. This is book number 7 in the Left Behind series. I am slowly but surely getting all of these books because they're my husband's favorite series. He likes listening to the audiobooks, so I just thought I'd have a copy of the entire series in the house. Next book I got is Black Widow Forever Red by Margaret Stohl. What I know Margaret Stohl from is the Beautiful Creatures series, which I didn't really enjoy, so I was kind of hesitant to pick up this book, but I love Black Widow, and I didn't even know this existed until I saw it at Goodwill. If anybody has read this book, can you please tell me if you loved it or hated it, or if I wasted my money, or if I should read it immediately? I would really appreciate it. Next book I have here is Arch Enemy, which is the 3rd book in the Looking Glass Wars by Frank Better. We are reading the first book in my in real life book club come the beginning of the year, and so I'm anticipating liking it. I probably shouldn't do that, so I'm getting all the books. The last book I have here is Matched by Ali Condi. I did have this book, but it was a paperback and it was in terrible condition, so this edition is actually a lot better, and I got it at Goodwill, I think for like $2. That is the book portion of my haul. I have another portion that is just merchandise that's kind of book related that I'm really excited to show you guys. First one I'm going to show you is, you might have seen it on my Instagram. I did post it. This was given to me by my friend who makes headbands, and she does have an Etsy shop, which I will link below so you can check out all of her cool merchandise. And it is my Harry Potter, all the book covers headband. It's a headband, so it's super, I just thought that was super cool. And for how tiny the print is, it is very clear. Can really, I mean, I'm trying to get as close as I can, but I really love it. I have yet to wear it. I should have worn it for this video, but I wanted to show you guys, so I just thought that was really cool. Next, I got some Harry Potter bookmarks. They're called page clips. Next, I got this cute little pocket pop of Harry Potter. He's so cute. Next thing I got is this lanyard keychain Slytherin thing. One of my girlfriends got it for me for my birthday. Next thing I got is this Harry Potter edition of Trivial Pursuits. I've never played Trivial Pursuits before, but I just might now. This next one I'm very excited about, and it is a Pennywise Funko Pop in honor of the movie that just came out, which I loved. If you haven't seen it, you need to. It was amazing. If you saw it, comment below. I want to know. I want to talk about it. It was great. So cute. The last thing I have here is the Maleficent Funko Pop. I really wanted the one with the flames in the back, but that was I think a Hot Topic exclusive, and I couldn't get it. But I got this one, and it's just as good. So that's it for this video. That is everything that I read and everything that I purchased in the month of August. If you read any of these books, tell me all about it. Don't forget to like my video if you did, and comment below. And subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Goodreads, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Pinterest. I'll see you next time, avid readers. The next book that I read in the month of August was Gemina by, I almost said Sarah J. Maas. Now I'm going to kind of go into my August haul. About this it's about this girl. It's about this girl, Samantha. She is a direct... I can't even talk. I need another drink, apparently. Okay. This book is about a girl named Samantha Mather. Mather. Another drink. I'm trying to go too fast. That's why I'm messing up. It's kind of different from what you would think Louis L'Amour would put out, or would release, or would write. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Freaking hot here, guys. All She Wrote.